Namaste. Let us work out the first problem in the joint venture accounts. A, B and C enter into a joint venture to divide profits equally. So there are three venturettes. They bought goods from Smart and Company for rupees 12,500. Okay, this is first transaction. Purchase of goods from Smart and Company. Then from A, rupees 25,000, 2,500. So this is one of the co-venturers brought the goods, the second transaction. Clear? A contributed rupees 3,000, B 4,000 and C 9,000, which amounts were banked in a joint account. So A, B, C have contributed this money. So this is considered as their capital. Clear? This is the next transaction. They settled their accounts with Smart and Company by check. So here they settled their accounts. That means what? They bought the goods from Smart and Company, right? 12,500. So they made the payment here by check. So that is next transaction. Payment was done. Another transaction. See here. Paid for carriage and other expenses rupees 750. So these expenses are paid. Let us pass the entry for this also. Then next transaction. They sold goods for cash rupees 6,500 and Smith and Company on credit for rupees 14,000. Cash sales were there and credit sales. So Smith is a debtor, right? 14,000. Who accepted a bill for the amount? See here, bills receivable comes. So Smith, we sold the goods to Smith and we accepted the bill. The acceptance was cashed and realized rupees 13,700. Actually, what is the value of the acceptance or bill? 14,000, right? We sold the goods for 14,000 and he has given the bill for rupees 14,000. But when we cash it, how much we realized? We got only 13,700. That means what? Remaining 3,000 is the discount. Okay, so discounting the bill, that transaction is there. So we have to pass the entry for this. A was allowed 5% commission on sales for effecting the transaction. So another transaction, next transaction. For A, we have to give 5% commission on sales. What is the sale? Total sale, cash plus credit sale. 6,500 plus 14,000. On that 5% commission should be given. Here, pass journal entries and open the necessary accounts assuming that final settlement between the parties were made by check. So we have to pass the journal entries. Okay, let us pass the journal entries. First transaction they said they bought goods from Smart and Company for rupees 12,500. When goods are bought, what is the journal entry? Usually, when you purchase the goods, purchaser's account debtor to the supplier's account, right? I told you we are not using purchaser, sales, any expenses. Instead of that, we are writing joint venture account. So we have to write joint venture account debtor to Smart and Company's account, being goods bought for joint venture from Smart and Company on credit 12,500. Smart and Company account should be credited because they are the giver of benefit. The next transaction they said from A rupees 2,500. So they bought goods from A for rupees 2,500. Again same thing, purchases. So we are writing joint venture account debtor to A's account. A is the giver of benefit. So A's account should be credited 2,500. Being goods bought from A for joint venture. The next, what they said, A contributed 3,000, B 4, C 9, which amounts were banked in a joint account. That means they introduced capital. So, joint bank account. So, we are transferring the capital to the bank account. So, bank account debtor to A is capital, B is capital, C is capital. How much is there? We are writing total 16,000. 3, 4 and 9, 16,000. Being the capital contributed by the ventures. Next thing it is told that they settled their accounts with Smart and Company by check. Right? So, Smart and Company, we are making the payment. how much worth goods we purchased from them? 12,500. So we are paying them. Smart and Company account should be debited because they are receiving the benefit now. Smart and Company's account debtor to joint bank account. This means we are making the payment 12,500. B, the payment made to Smart and Company. The next one is the next transaction. They said okay, paid for carriage and other expenses rupees 750. So again, we are not writing the expenses name, we are writing joint venture account. Joint venture account debtor to joint bank account. When bank account becomes credited, in the sense when the bank account is in the credit side, that means payment is made. Clear? Here 750 payment is made for carriage. So carriage and other expenses you have to write in the bracket, but name you have to give joint venture account only. The next thing is like about the sales. They said they sold goods for cash rupees 6,500 and Smith and Company on credit 14,000. So sales, usually what is the entry? Sales account dated to no to whom we are making the sale, right? The debtors account, or if it is for cash, it is cash or bank account to sales goods, right? That is in the normal condition. But here what happens? Cash sales entry would be joint bank account debtor to joint venture account 6,500. For credit sales, Smith and Company's account debtor to joint venture account 14,000. You can write separately or you can write together cash and credit. Joint bank account debtors 6,500, Smith and Company's account debtor 14,000, to joint venture account 20,500. You can separately write or you can write as a combined entry. Okay, next. The next transaction, what they have given is accepted a bill for the amount, Smith Company. So we are receiving the bill from the Smith Company. So bill comes in, right? So bills receivable account should be debited. Bills receivable account debtor to who is giving the bill? Smith, to Smith and Company's account 14,000 because it is credit sale and they are giving the bill. Okay, then what we are supposed to do? The next transaction is the acceptance was cashed and realized rupees 13,700. That means what? We are discounting that bill with the bank. So total 14,000 was the value of the bill, but we got only 13,700 when we encashed it. So 13,700 goes to our bank account. Joint bank account debtor 13,700. Discount is 300. Okay. Discount on bills receivable account 300. To bills receivable account 14,000. Next. When there is discount, we have to transfer that discount, right? So transferring the discount, you know the journal entry. Joint venture account debtor to discount on bills receivable account. So 300 we transferred. Next comes the commission. They said that A was allowed 5% commission on sales for effecting the transactions. So 5% on the total sales. Total sales cash plus credit 20,500 into 5%, 1,025. What is the entry? Joint venture account debtor to A's account. Commission is payable. Right? So this we have written. Okay, next two entries. Okay, you have to leave some space. After making all the calculations, you can write. Because we don't know whether there is profit or loss. Right? And what is the total amount payable for each venturer. So you can leave some space for two entries and you can move on. Let us prepare joint venture account. The same journal entries should be transferred to the ledger accounts. So joint venture account debtor to Smart and Company 12,500, to A's account 2,500, to joint bank account 750, to discount on bills receivable 300, right? By joint bank 6,500, by Smith and Company 14,000. You know how to post the journal to ledger, right? This is what joint venture account debtor to Smart and Company's account. Journal entry is there. So here we are writing to Smart and Company's account. Here joint bank account debtor to joint venture account. So we are writing by joint bank account. right? So total of both the sides, we have to make discount on bills, receivable is. Total is 20,500. So credit side is more. When credit side is more, there is profit. The balancing figure is 1,025. Is it so? No. 1,025 is the this one. It is A is commission, right? So we are writing here. See, one thing you should be very careful. On the credit side, we are writing the sales, cash sales, credit sales. On the debit side, we are writing all the expenses. So here we bought the goods, right? From Smart and company from A. Then there were expenses, there was discount, everything. All the expenses we are writing on the debit side. So when credit side is more, when sales are more than the expenses, we get the balancing figure here. How much? 3,425. So that should be distributed among all the three venturers A, B and C. 1 is to 1 is to 1. 3,425 into 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3. So you got this. Here there will be some decimal points. That's okay. No problem. So you can round it off. Okay. Then A's account. Same thing. Whatever journal entries are there, you have to find out which are the journal entries related to A. When A's account comes, same journal entries you have to post here. So there is one. See, there are entries. Joint venture account debtor to A's account. So by joint venture 2,500, right? Then joint bank account debtor to A's account 3,000. Then joint venture account debtor to A's account 1,025. Joint venture account, here it is A's portion of profit. So if you are keenly observing, you'll understand on the credit side, these are the things that A has to receive from joint venture. And debit side, whatever is there, that debit side, there are entries where A has to pay to the business. Credit side, the business has to pay to A, right? So business has to pay. Business has to pay for 2,500. That is, he brought the goods, he brought the capital, he has to get the commission, he has to get the profit. So total he has to get how much? 7,667. This should be paid. A is account debtor to joint bank account. This is the payment. This is for the last entry, last journal entry. I told you, to leave some space. So one space you have to leave for this, how much profit they are getting. Second entry is for the payment. So there the journal entry would be A's account debtor to joint bank account 7,667. See here, A's account debtor 7,667 to joint bank account. Same thing. Here you see, when we got the profit, we can fill it. Joint venture account debtor to A's, B's and C's. 3,425. This. See, 3,425 to all. Joint venture account debtor to all the venturettes. Clear? Okay, so A is got over. Next comes B's. Same thing. B. Credit side means the business has to pay B. Debit side means B has taken from business. Here nothing is taken. So B. Joint bank account. So he introduced the capital 4,000 and he has to get the profit 1,142. So total he has to get 5,142. So to joint bank account. B's account debtor to joint bank account 5,142. Then C's account, same thing. He has introduced a capital 9,000. The profit share 1,141. So he has to get 10,141. Right? So B has to get 5,142. C has to get 10,141. Same thing we have to write. See here. A's account 7,667, B's account 5,142, C's account 10,141 to joint bank account. So this is the total payment made to all these people. Clear? So journal entry is only this much. So other ledger accounts we can prepare joint bank account. So in the journal entry, wherever joint bank account appears, we have to write this. Joint bank account debtor to A, 3000, B, 4000, C, 9000. So these are the capital. Okay, joint bank account, you should remember debit side is the receipts and credit side is the payment. Clear? So debit side, whatever receipt is there, bank transaction. Bank is receiving from A capital 3, B capital 4, C capital 9. Okay, then it is receiving 6500. What is 6500? That is cash sales. Correct. So bank is receiving that amount. Bills receivable. So bill receivable and cash. How much cash it got? 13,700. So these are the receipts. Credit side you have to write the payments. Which are the payments? For Smart and Company, it has to pay. It paid 12,500. Joint venture account 750. Other expenses. You look at the journal entry. Where joint bank account is there, same thing you have to post here. Clear. And for A, it has to pay the final settlement. 7,667. For B, here it is there, see. 5,142. For C, 10,141. It has to make the payment. Clear? Debit side receipts, credit side payments. Now Smart and Company Limited. So there is a first journal entry. Smart and Company Limited account debtor to joint bank account. That is a payment made. Joint venture account debtor to Smart and Company's account. So this is the purchase of goods. Right? So two entries are there. You have to pass this. Then Smith. Smith and Company's account debtor to joint venture. So this is for the sales, right? We sold the goods, but we received the bills receivable. So there is entry bills receivable account debtor to Smith and Company's account, right? So 14,000. We have written this. Clear? Look at the last journal entries once again. Always leave some space for last entries. One is for profit or loss, another is for final settlement. Okay, so profit or loss, there is profit. So what is the entry? Joint venture account debtor to A, B and C. Profit, we have to write like this. So here if it is decimal point, that's fine, no problem. Okay, and the final settlement, joint bank account you have to see. In joint bank account, how much A, B and C are paid. Same thing we have to write. So this is the end of it. Practice it. Okay, read the problem, work out and understand it. Okay, thank you.